Hi, my name is Carrie, and I'm a mom. I am a girl's best friend. I am a thought leader. I'm a girls group organizer. And I'm a wife. Well, technically I'm still a wife. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I'm a black woman. And when I say those words, I feel fear and anxiety. When I say I'm a black woman, I should have pride and integrity. I should say with pride and confidence. But my life is being adversely affected because I'm a black woman. I'm a black woman who married a white man. And I've been married to this white man for over 20 years. And he and I are going through a divorce. And our divorce is being heard by a racist judge. A blatantly racist judge. Her name is Judge Sarah Heidel. And she bullies me. She bullies me at every single hearing. She blatantly disregards the law. I mean, her bullying me, her being disrespectful and talking down to me is one thing. But more importantly, she's not following the law. And she's doing a lot of things that she shouldn't be doing. You know, black girls who are watching this video, you know what I mean when people talk down to you. When you know they're talking down to you because you're black. She does that. I'm currently trying to have her disqualified. And I had to read through the transcripts. And it hurt my heart so bad to sit there and listen. I think we had like 5 or 6 hearings. And just watching her cut me off, be disrespectful. My husband's lawyer is very deceptive. And she is aware that this racist judge is ruling in my husband's favor because he's white. And his attorney is just deceptive. And she says things that are not true. And she rules without any evidence. Any evidence I put before her to show that this lady's lying and that my husband's deceptive, she ignores. I mean, I think you know what I mean. If you're a black person, you know what I mean. You know what, to be quite honest, if you're a white person, I think you know what I mean too. You know, my husband would always come home and talk about the white people at work. He one time told me how one of the psychiatrists he works with made a joke about black men not having fathers. You know, so to the black girls who are listening, to the black people in general who are listening, I know you know what I mean. And then to those who are not black, I'm not even going to pretend like you don't know what I mean, because I think you clearly know what I mean and what's happening to me. So I'm making this video because I'm trying to have this woman removed. My primary goal today is to shine a light on what happens to black women. You know, we always hear about these tragedies or the injustice of black men. And yes, they happen. But black women are enduring the same amount of stress and injustice. Black women, like all other women, we are under a tremendous amount of stress. environmental, social, emotional stresses. And as women, all women, we are taught to just toughen it out and just do the best that we can. And that's one of the reasons why I don't think you hear very much about black women being abused or the injustices that are done to us, because it's really hard for us to stand up and say this is happening. Like I said, when I have to read through the transcripts, because I had to put together a motion to have this lady disqualified, I would be paralyzed sometimes, and I just couldn't go on and read. I just put it down, because this is happening to me because I'm a black woman, you know. So I'm trying to shine a light on this racist judge, because I believe judges like her are the reasons why. For example, in Central Park 5, I know you guys, many of you probably watch When They See Us, you know, and we're watching this, and this is a movie, and we're like, this is really happening in America? How is this happening? It's happening because racist judges like Judge Sarah Heidel. Trayvon Martin's killer is walking around because of racist judges like Judge Sarah Heidel. You know, the Trayvon Martin thing is really deep for me because I have a black son. And we all know that that kid was not trying to do anything. And so then we say, and this is the whole thing, it's like, why isn't anyone looking at how this is happening? When these police officers are breaking the law, or all these things happen, you have to go before the judge. And if you see what this lady does, she doesn't even follow the law. What actually happened, okay, so I got rear-ended, so I still have a concussion syndrome, so I'm a little delayed. But the first time I went before her, that was the main reason why I filed spousal support against my husband. I didn't even file anything because we'll talk about my husband later. That's not, you know. Anyway, the first time I went before her, I had just been rear-ended, and I had a concussion. I just suffered from a severe concussion. I got rear-ended pretty bad. Actually, I was in 3 accidents last year. And the last one, I sustained a concussion. And so when I went before her, I could barely speak. I wasn't really very coherent. My head felt like it was underwater. I still have that feeling, it's just not as bad. And I have it ringing in my ear. So at that time, when you would speak to me, I really couldn't put what you were saying together. I would say, what did you say? Like I'm still having that, but it was really severe. The accident was like maybe a week or two. I had just been in an accident when that first time I went before her. So she thought I was a dumb black girl, basically. She thought I was a dumb black girl. She would look at me just nasty and just give me the dirtiest looks. And like I said, the very first time I went before her, and then the second time during my spousal support hearing, right before my hearing, she was talking to a white couple that were going to divorce. And they were talking about the sale of their home. And she was so nice and so polite. And she was just, you know, coaching them on what to do and how to save money and be cost efficient. She was so polite to them. So I thought to myself, oh, maybe she was just having a bad day the first time I saw her. No. When I went before her, it's like a light bulb switched and she changed. And I couldn't believe this was happening. Several things has happened. She has not abide by the law. If you have to read the transcripts, you know, if you want to know more about my particular case, you can go to JudgeSarahHeidelIsAracist.com. Judge Sarah Heidel, and her last name is spelled H-E-I-D-E-L. JudgeSarahHeidelIsAracist.com. and you can learn more about my case. But the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to shine a light on what's happening to black women in America. You know, Malcolm X once said, the black woman is the most disrespected person in America. The black woman is the most unprotected woman in America. The black woman is the most neglected person in America. And I agree with him. And other black women probably agree. But like all women, we push forward and we make the best out of what life gives us. So I'm making this video because this is a GoFundMe request. I'm trying to raise $50,000 to hire attorneys, or by God's grace, a team of attorneys, to have this woman removed from my case. Like I said, you can read more about the specifics on Judge Sarah Heidel at theracist.com. But I tried to have her removed before. I went to the court, it's Pomona Court in California, and the clerk would not accept my motion. He kept giving me reasons why he couldn't accept it. And then I pulled out my phone to record when I went to the Pomona Court to have this woman, to file a motion to have this woman disqualified, because the clerk, he tried to make me do something called the preemptory challenge. That's when you can like ask to have him removed immediately, which I didn't know anything about that. He tried to make me sign it, and it was too late for that. I already knew that. I had already read about the law. And so I was very clear about what I wanted, and he wouldn't accept it. And so when I pulled out my phone and tried to get him to repeat why he was not going to accept my request, my motion, he threatened to call security on me. You can see that video. I videotaped him threatening to call security on me for me exercising my rights, what every American can do in America, file a motion in court. He threatened to call security on me. And so, yeah, one of the things that they're trying to do is make me look like an angry black woman. And I say that hurts my heart so bad. You know, I'm a strong person. I'm not usually so sensitive about things of this nature. It's just really taking its toll on me. Yeah, it's just really taking a toll on me. So, again, the reason why I'm doing this video, my main purpose, I'm doing a GoFundMe page, or GoFundMe campaign to raise $50,000 because I really need attorneys to help me. You can find out, like I said, more about the case if you want to know the particulars. It's on Judge Sarah Heidel is a Racist, and I kind of detailed everything. But the main thing, my main focus is black women, what we endure in America every day. You know, I mean, I can name, like, what's the guy's name, the singer, R. Kelly. You know, when I think of that stuff, I get disgusted. You know, because we know why. Like when, for example, when she hears my hearing, she always does it last because she wants to make sure no one's in the court. But the clerk, the court reporter, the bailiff, my husband, his attorney, and I. And you see, the court reporter is a white lady, the clerk is a white lady, and you see in their eyes that they know what's happening and the guilt, you know. And so the problem that I have with that is that they know it's wrong, but if this judge is behaving in this manner, if this judge is doing this, when one of these people find themselves at odds with a person of color, unconsciously they're going to behave the same way. And they're going to feel justified because a judge is behaving the same way. You know, her clerk, I feel so sorry for her because she's involved in clerking and she got a clerk lying for her. You know, well, no, when I asked the clerk about something she did, she said no comment. She wouldn't lie for her. The clerk said no comment. So the clerk didn't lie yet, but she hasn't been questioned yet. The court reporter, my transcripts are laughable. I don't know, my transcripts are out of sync. They don't make any sense. Parts of it's missing. And it's really hard for me to say about the court reporter. It just is, the transcripts are not accurate. And you know when someone feels guilty. And she's sitting there and she knows. Because this woman is just blatant. You know when someone's just nasty and blatant and throw around their authority? That's what she does. And she's only doing it to me. I saw her talking, it's another case that I'm going to reference. It's a Mexican lady and her ex-husband's white. And something's happening that's not on the level with their kid. And the lady wanted she wanted a translator. And Judge Heidel questioned her wanting a translator. In this case, it's really hard for me to say about this case because this involves a minor, so I'm not going to speak too much about that. But it's another white male, and it's a Latin woman, and I suspect that she is doing similar things that she's doing to me. So my main purpose is to shine a light on what's happening to black women in America. I also want to highlight white privilege, and that's hard for me to say. I'll discuss it more. You'll see more about that on Judge Sarah Heidel is a Racist, because I think some of you might not agree with me how I feel about white privilege. What I feel about white privilege, you know, some white women, because I have friends of, I'm multicultural, so, you know, I married a white guy. I like everyone. If you know me, I like everyone, okay? So I was raised in New York. I'm not racist. I don't, you know, I just don't see people like that. I actually look for people who are different than me. That's how we grow, you know? But how I feel about white privilege, some people are born with privilege, and they have like this white guilt, and you know, and I feel bad for them, because I think, well, it's not their fault that they have this privilege. It only becomes a problem when they abuse it, or when they use it to their advantage to hurt people that's less privileged. Then I find it to be a problem, you know. Then of course I want to focus on abuse of power. When we see what's going on in the world, I mean, we all know. We all, like, all the different things that are happening, you know, the men, the Me Too, that's abuse of power. And it's not okay. And so I think everything happens in divine order. And every time this lady would do these bad things to me, you know, what came to my mind is, one day I heard Oprah Winfrey say, people died for us. And she was discussing our responsibilities in being black people, because people gave their lives so we can have the same rights as other people, white people, so we can have dignity and respect and the same opportunities. And so, yeah, years ago I heard Oprah Winfrey say, people died for us. And it just hit me. You know, it made me think, like, black and white people gave their life for me, so I can go to school, so I can go to college, so I can marry this white guy, so I can start a business, so I can do anything I want to do. Someone gave their life. You know, I think that someone doesn't have a mother, a father, a brother, because they gave their life. And that is like so deep to me. Can you imagine? Would you give your life so someone else could have the same respect as another person? Would you give your life so people could have the same rights and opportunities? And when Oprah Winfrey said that, and I heard her say that, it changed me. I mean, I've always been an advocate for people. I've always been an advocate for underdogs, but it made me have more pride in my blackness. Like, you know, I have a responsibility. Someone gave their life for me, so I have to live up to what they expected for me to be. That's why they gave their life. So I'm doing this GoFundMe because I have to hire attorneys, because I have to have this lady removed. It's just, you have to go on my website. Judge Sarah Heidel is a racist to see. So basically, this is Help a Sister Out campaign. This campaign is called Help a Sister Out. And I'm hoping that I can raise $50,000 to hire attorneys and have this woman removed. And if I'm able to do it, I think it's going to shine a light on this racist judge, because we really need to make an example of her. We need to let them know they can't do this to us.